Hi there makers, and welcome back to the channel. In today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make this crochet baby cardigan that is made from that very favorite stitch of ours, the half double slip stitch. As you've seen recently, I have fallen in love with crochet baby stuff, so it is a crochet series. I have already made a tutorial on this crochet baby hats. If you would like the patterns, you can just scroll down below or find the link in the description box below. But then as for today's tutorial, it's this very cute, adorable 0 to 3 months baby cardigan. It is available in multiple sizes. I've also made one in an adult size. You will find that also linked down below. As always, we have a written pattern available for free. If you do not want the free version, you can always find the PDF for $1.50. All of this is linked down below. All the materials needed to achieve this, and by the way, since it's so tiny, it does not call for a lot of yarn. You'll find all of them linked down below. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button together with that subscription button if you already haven't. As always, let's get into the tutorial. So to begin, you're going to grab your 4.5mm crochet hook and your DK weight yarn, and you're going to make a slip knot. And then you are going to chain 39. If you are making any sizes larger than this, you want to measure from the shoulder of your toddler going all the way down to where you want the cardigan to reach. So I'm just going to chain 39 and I will meet you right back. So this is it. I have my chain of 39. I'm just going to remove that 4.5 and bring in a 3.5 because we're going to begin by working that bottom band. So you want to make sure you have your stitch marker close by, and with that 3.5 we're going to work 10 half double slip stitches, and to do that we yarn over, turn our work and into that second chain from the hook, and I like to work into that back bump because it makes it easier when we're working the collar. We don't have to go around placing a row of single crochet. So into that second chain from the hook, you're going to go in with a half double slip stitch. You yarn over, insert your hook, loop that yarn, pull through, 3 loops on the hook, and you just want to slip stitch that through. And you just want to do that for a total of 10 times, working into the back bumps only. So I have done so far 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now I'm going to crop that stitch marker and place it into the 10th. So each time I'm coming back down, I'm going to know that at this stitch, that's where I need to switch to that smaller crochet hook. So now we're going to bring in back that 4.5 I mean, and finish off the row, working into the back bumps, working our half double slip stitches. So you want to continue doing this, and I'll meet you back at the top of the row. So I just reached the top of the work, and to start on our second row, we just want to chain 1 and turn. So honestly, I'm comfortable holding my crochet hook in the pen style or pencil style, but now and then you're going to see me switch to the knife and fork style, whichever is comfortable. So for the rest of the cardigan, we're going to be crocheting into the back bumps or into the back loops. So you just want to hold your work like so, and you see these little V's, you want to go into that back loop, or the second loop as some people like to call it. So you're going to be placing your half double slip stitches into the back loops, just like so. And you're going to repeat doing this for the entire row. And remember, when we reach the stitch marker, you are going to be switching to a 3.5. At the end, you're going to chain 1 and half double slip stitch into the back loop still with a 3.5 into the next 10 stitches, and then switch to the 4.5. And so we're going to continue doing this until we have worked the front portion. So what we're doing, we've started from here and we're going to work our way for the front portion. After we've done that, we are gonna make a chain forming the armhole, and that chain is going to help us start working on the back of our cardigan, and we're going to work the whole back up here, and then we're going to make another chain to work the front. So for the whole body panel, we're going to work all of it in one piece. So what we're doing right now is working the front panel. So we're going to work a total of 12 rows to make the front panel. So I'm going to meet you once you've got a total of 12 rows. We're on our second row right now. So the 12th row is going to be ending at the bottom, and I will meet you right there. And so after your 12 rows, this is what it should be looking like, and this should cover the front portion, which would be this area. We have covered this front area, but then let's hold it like this. We have covered the front portion, front panel. So now we want to go on to work the back. So you have ended at the bottom. Just pause the video real quick and work your way back up, but you want to leave 14 stitches unworked at the top. So double crochet into the last stitch before the 14th stitch and meet me right back. So after you have reached the stitch before the 14th row, you want to chain 15. That's 14 plus 1. 1 is the turning chain, so we're making a total of 15. So just pause the video and make your chain. So this chain that we've made is going to make now what would be the back portion, which is this. So for the back portion, we want to make the front portion plus 2 times 2 plus 3 extra rows. So since we have 12, we're going to make 24 rows plus 3, giving us a total of 27 rows. So to begin working the back portion, into that second stitch from the hook, back bump as usual. You want to go in there with your very first half double slip stitch, and you want to half double slip stitch all the way down. Remember to switch to the 3.5 when you do reach the stitch marker, and you're going to do that back and forth in the back loop for a total of 27 rows. If you're making any other sizes, please be sure to follow that favorite pattern for guidance. And I will meet you back once I am done with the back portion. And the back portion I will be ending at the bottom of my work. So I will meet you right back. So I have just finished my 27 rows, started on the 28th, or the row that separates the back and the other front. So since you ended at the bottom of your work, chain 1 and turn, work your way back up and leave 14 stitches up here just as we did this side. So pause the video and meet us right back. So just like we did the other side, we're going to chain 15, that's 14 plus 1, and then we're going to work 12 rows just as we did this side to make the other front panel or front portion. After you're done with that side, don't cut the yarn. You want to just close. I'm not going to show you how we do that because I've already demonstrated how we do that this side. So after you're done with the other front panel, you want to chain 1 and cut close, just like I've done here, and then you want to seam the shoulders for both sides. After you're done seaming both shoulders, then I will meet you right back so that we can go to the almost final part, which is the baby sleeves. Just like that, I'll show you how to make one, and you can make the other one yourself, and then we will finish by working our slip stitch collar around our cardigan. So go ahead and finish the other front panel, connect it at the shoulders, and then I will meet you for the sleeves. And so after you have done connecting your shoulder panels, we're going to get started on that sleeve. I've already worked one, so I'm going to work my last one with you guys on camera. So you're going to take your crochet hook and connect it to the very underarm section. Connect your yarn and connect it with a slip stitch. Let me loosen this up a bit. And there we go. And now you want to chain 23 if you're making it 0 to 3 months like I am. Otherwise, you want to make a chain and hold it up against the toddler you're making it for and see how many chains that you need. Make sure you write it down. So I've got my 23. I'm going to remove the 4.5 and bring in the 3.5mm hook and keep my stitch marker very close. So as usual, into the back bumps, I'm going to go in with 8 slip stitches. So that's 1, and that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Place that stitch marker. Remove the 3.5 and bring in the 4.5, and we're going to finish off the row with half double slip stitches. So I'm going to have half double slip stitch all the way up to the end, and then I'll meet you to show you how we're going to connect to the rest of the body. So I have reached the very end of the row, or to the base of that chain. Now you want to find the next stitch around the sleeve. So for me, that's this one right here, and then into there I am going to slip stitch to join. That's me joining the first row. To start the second row, instead of chaining one, we are going to slip stitch into that next single crochet stitch, and then we're going to turn, yarn over. Now these first 2 V's right here, so this one and this one, as you can see, this V right here is that very first slip stitch we made. The second V is the second slip stitch we made. So they look like 4 stitches. Don't let the 2 stitch lookalikes fool you. The first stitch is this one right here. So into that very first stitch, we are going to go in there with a half double slip stitch. And we will half double slip stitch all the way down. At the stitch marker, we're going to switch to a 3.5 and slip stitch the rest of the rows, and you're just going to repeat doing that, making sure you're slip stitching into 2. When you get to the top, chain 1, turn, and continue for the whole sleeve until you have done your sleeve like so, and then you're just going to connect just as you connected at the shoulders. So I'm going to finish the rest of the sleeve off camera, and then I will meet you so that we can finally finish off with the collar. So let me work on this. I will meet you once I'm done with the sleeve so we can finish off the collar together. And so after both sleeves are done, this is what our baby cardigan should be looking like right about now. So now I'm just gonna connect that yarn to a 3.5mm hook, and I'm gonna go around the collar placing slip stitches. So you just want to connect to the first stitch, and we're going to slip stitch to connect. You can just leave the tail because we're going to work into that tail. We're going to weave it in at the end. And now all you want to do is slip stitch, and the stitches should be easy to see because if you remember, we were working into the back bumps in order to create these stitches so that it's easier for us to work our collar. So I'm gonna go on back loop slip stitching, and I'll meet you when I get to this area so that I can show you how you can work this area without placing any single crochets. So now I have arrived at the collar, and that is my first stitch, followed by the ribbed area. That's my second, in between the ribs or the ridges. That's another one, and there we go. I'm just going to work into that to make a corner. But if you remember, we worked 3 rows, so there should have been 3 slip stitches right there. But you can add more in case you think you're going to have holes on the side. It's absolutely fine. And so I'm just going to continue slip stitching into the back loops all the way down. When I get to the end, I will chain 1 and turn. So don't worry if it looks a bit wonky because this is the wrong side. We're going to turn our cardigan right way around. So I'm going to go on working my slip stitches. When I get to the bottom, I would just chain 1 and turn and continue working into the back loops. And I'll probably work about 4 to 6 rows of slip stitches, you can do so depending on how you feel. And when I'm done with the 4 to 6 rows, I will come back and show you what it looks like. So after 6 rows, I was satisfied with the size of my baby collar, and I decided to just end it there. I cut my yarn and I weaved it in at the bottom, and just like that, you're done with your crochet baby cardigan. And it's so fast, you can make 2, even 3 in just a single day. Look at this. This is just so cute and so adorable. I cannot wait to gift this to a newborn baby. So guys, if you liked this tutorial, if you found it very helpful, and you know somebody who might also love it, be sure to forward it or share it to them. And if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up.